Hope you enjoy our game portion. For our lovely winners, kindly message our Facebook page to claim your cash prize that will be sent through your GCash.
Opportunities, navigating the path to become a flight attendant, and succeeding in interviews, wherein we aim to broaden student knowledge about the possible future careers that awaits them. We hope we can help you grow and change in certain ways in preparation for your journey to becoming tourism and hospitality professionals. If you have any questions, please type them in the Facebook or Google Meet comment box and we will bring them up later in the Q&A portion.
Now, without further ado, we will turn the time over to our speaker. Our speaker today is Mr. Leonidas V. Peña. He is a magna cum laude as he took Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in marketing at the Angeles University Foundation in 1985. He became marketing assistant for Hong Kong operations at Alvenson Incorporation. From 1987 to 1990, he became a domestic cabin crew in Philippine Airlines. From 1990 to 2014, he became an international cabin crew, and then in 2014, he became international flight purser and a cabin crew service manager for a year. From 2015 until 2022, he has been director of the cabin crew operations department at PAL Express. Let's welcome Mr. Leonidas V. Peña.
Thank you, Larnie and Carissa. That was a nice introduction. Saan nyo nakuha yan? Anyway, thank you so much. You have been very creative and able to get that information. I would like to congratulate the organizers, those from the College of Hospitality and Tourism Management of Don Honorio Ventura State University. Thank you for inviting me, and I hope I would do justice to your invitation. Okay, so will you allow me to do the presentation? Can I share my screen? Kayo na. Okay. Okay. So welcome to Career in Aviation, particularly on the career of a cabin crew. I may not be able to share with you in detail secrets on how to pass the interview and online examination, but you can ask me later because it will be taking too long or too much of our time. So anyway, without further ado, let's go on with our presentation. Next slide, please. Okay, if you will join the aviation or airline industry, there's so many opportunities. One of which is for you to become a pilot, or as mentioned kanina do sa mga scrabbled letters, no, you may join the airline as a ground crew. Pwede rin kayo maging mechanic, no, which is very in demand. Actually, other airlines are really pirating our local maintenance personnel, no? Laki na sweldo ng mga to. And also, you can also work in the office of the airline. So, hindi lang talaga, I mean, marami opportunity, no? Pwede kayo magtrabaho sa HR or sa safety department or kasi yung pero din tayo accounting, no? So, the airline itself has so many departments where you can work. Kung ayaw nyo maging piloto, maging ground staff, or if you're the type na gusto nyo nandun lang kayo sa isang kwarto and you don't like facing people, no? Especially kung meron mga delays or cancellations. Next slide, please. But of course, the dream job of many is for you to become a cabin crew. And for me, that has been my dream job. No, and I believe it always will be my dream job. No, sabi nga nila, once a cabin crew, always a cabin crew. So, though I have already retired from the airline, if I will have the opportunity to live my life over again, of course, I would choose to become a cabin crew. That's why I'm here to mentor, to inspire FA aspirants kasi gusto ko maging kagaya ko. Kayo, no? I want you to enjoy the life that I enjoyed during my childhood or maybe nung kabataan natin, no? Okay, next slide please. But the question really is, do you have what it takes to be a cabin crew? So hindi lahat kasi, no? not all who would like to become a cabin crew can become one. Next slide, please. Next slide. Because there are, number one, qualifications. Next slide, please. Okay, so when it comes to qualification, pinag-usapan natin ito yung Philippine passport, no? You should be a Philippine passport holder. Pwede ka maging dual citizen, pero at least no, one of your citizenship is that of a Filipino. And of course, you have to be at least 18 years old kasi hindi ka pwedeng mag-enter into any contract, no? Especially, kunyari, training contract. Siyempre, pag magte-training ka na sa airline, kailangan mong mag-sign doon sa contract before you train. And also, employment contract. No? So, hindi ka pwede kasi mag-sign sa contract kung hindi ka 18 years old because that is our legal age in the Philippines. And there is a minimum height requirement. Okay, so every airline has their own. For PAL and PALEX, it's 5'2" for the ladies and 5'6" for the gentlemen. And of course, you have to have good visual impact. So it doesn't mean na kailangan super ganda mo. No, you don't have to be beauty pageant material. What's important is you are pleasant to look at. No? So pag tinignan ka, may impact talaga yung itsura natin. Hindi ko lang alam kung naririnig nyo, umuulan ngayon dito sa Canada. No? And we're expecting by siguro in 2 weeks baka mag-snow na. So medyo malamig. Naka-jacket ako actually, but I am at the patio kasi natutulog na yung mga kasama ko dito. Okay, and number 5 is you have to pass the color vision test. So many, especially the gentlemen, no, marami sa mga lalaki or gentlemen ang color blind. So this is something na pag nalaman nyo, it is something that will deter you from continuing on in the hiring process. Okay, next slide, please. And of course, no, your weight must be proportionate to your height. So yun. So you can just Google this. What is your ideal height, ideal weight for your height, and malalaman niyo yun. Okay, and next, kailangan number 1 pa. Anyway, parang meron tayong error dito ng konti. So next is clear complexion. You, kahit na morena kayo or maputi kayo, it doesn't really matter. What's important is yung complexion nyo is acne-free, no? Malinis siya. Yun. And of course, good set of teeth. Pwede naman yung braces or veneers. Yung naka-jacket yung teeth, no? Or naka-veneers or even dentures. Basta natural siya tignan. When it comes to braces, pwede siya, but we suggest na before you apply, patanggal nyo na muna siya. If it is due for removal na, kasi ang mangyari doon, mapepend lang yung application nyo. You will not be allowed to continue, no, dun sa hiring process. So better, para hindi masayang yung oras nyo, hintayin nyo na lang maging due for removal yung braces before you apply. Okay? Kasi definitely, you will not be allowed to fly with braces. Pero na-appreciate ng airline yun kasi talagang pag nag-braces, di ba, ang ganda-ganda talaga tingnan ng ngipin. So at least nag-effort kayo on that. Next is, of course, now when it comes to your vision, preferably 20/20 siya. Although, ina-accept naman natin up to 20/30 vision. No? You can wear contact lenses naman. Pero pagka medyo mataas na masyado, you may be requested to undergo LASIK procedure. So yun. But you don't undergo muna doon sa procedure unless pasado na kayo kasi sayang naman yung pera. Medyo mahal yata ang LASIK, mga 60 yata and 60 to 100,000 yata siya. So better wag muna kayo gumastos kung hindi pa naman kayo sure na papasa. Okay? And then preferably with college degree. Why? Because of course, no, ito yung pinakamagandang gift nyo sa parents nyo, yung makapag-graduate kayo sa college. Kaya nga kayo pinapaaral, di ba? But for Philippine Airlines, we would rather that you earn your degree kasi hindi kayo mapopromote to a higher position uh, if you will not graduate from college. No, although we are accepting kahit na uh, completed second year college, meaning incoming third year, tinatanggap natin yan. But preferably, you finish your studies muna para eventually you can be promoted to a higher position in case you change your ano kunyari you want to change career, no, from a cabin crew, let's say gusto niyo maging manager of another department, or even be promoted to uh, cabin services manager, you have to have finished your college. Yun. Okay? And the last one is, of course, good English communication skills, because you are not only dealing with Filipinos, you are also dealing with tourists, international tourists. And of course, our common language is English. No? So, yeah. Okay, next slide, please. Later on, you can ask me questions. So, if you will notice na napakabilis ng aking presentation when it comes to qualification kasi medyo mahaba. If we will go into details, baka maubos yung oras natin. Sayang yung oras nyo. But you can view my videos in my YouTube channel, Leonidas V. Peña. Wala namang commercials yun, walang ads yun, so no interruption. You can view the qualifications there. Yeah. Next slide, please. Yan yung mga yung cabin crew interview. I also have tips, no, on what to do before the interview and after during the interview. Meron pa dito yung how to lose weight at kung ano-ano. Okay? Next slide. Sige, next slide please. Okay, so next is erratic schedule. Are you ready for that? No? Kasi alam nyo ba, pag nag-cabin crew kayo, though for some it is parang napakaganda, no, but it's very challenging, especially when it comes to your schedule, kasi there are times, imagine nyo, you have to report for duty ng madaling araw, no, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, you have to be at the airport, naka-makeup na kayo, no, for the ladies, and yeah, talagang properly attired, no, wearing the uniform. At and then the next day iba na naman ang oras nyo, so it's very talaga erratic yung ating schedule. And there are times na di-delay pa yung flight or even naka-cancel pa siya. So if you're the type of person na gusto nyo yung regular yung sleeping hours nyo, then medyo may challenge tayo dito. Okay? Next slide, please. So yan, you can see, yan, iba-iba yung mga schedules. May maalis sa 11:55 a.m., 7:59, meron 9:04, iba dyan early morning talaga. And there are cancellations. So that's really something na medyo challenging, no? Kasi dyan yung time na nasa airport ka na, naka-cancel yung flight, tapos lahat ng pasahero galit sa'yo. Okay? Next slide, please. Number 3 is limited social life. Next slide. Next slide. So yeah, no, if you're the type, medyo mabilis yata yung naganang slides. So if you're the type na mahilig mag-party, no, yung kaninang slide dapat, there will come a point in your time, in your life, no, that you will, siguro magiging social life nyo, social media na lang. Kasi ako, when I was still actively flying, most of my day off, no, yung wala kang flight, I spend it at home na lang, no. Kasi this job is very physically demanding. So talagang kailangan mo magpahinga at matulog, no? Especially pag mga long flights yung duties mo. Next slide, please. And number 4 is separation from your family. Ito, I've experienced this when I was actively flying, no? Kasi even if you are assigned to domestic flights, you will be separated from your family kasi ito yung what if, no, let's say you are from, gaya kayo, no, I believe you are from Pampanga, definitely if you will apply with local airlines, especially PAL and PALEX, you will be assigned in Manila, no, so you will be staying in a flat or in a dorm in Manila, so you will be separated from your family talaga. What more kung ma-assign kayo sa Cebu or even sa Davao, kasi we have a hub in Cebu. But before, siguro before the pandemic actually, meron tayong hub sa Clark. So may mga crew tayo na naka-base sila sa Clark, so they can go home to their families. But because of the pandemic, nag-stop yung operations ng Philippine Airlines at PAL Express sa Clark Air Base. So yun. So you will be separated from your family. Lakas sa ulan. Number 5, next slide please. Yeah, next slide. Is compliance to rules and regulations. The airlines, no, and just like the other public transportation companies, we are very highly regulated kasi safety ng pasahero natin ang pinag-uusapan dito. So we have to make sure that we get to take our passengers from point A to B safely. No, so no accidents, no incidents. We really have to take care of them. And also security. So yan, kaya medyo binagbabawal natin ngayon yung minsan, di ba, nagpapapicture yung mga crew sa mga celebrities at saka yung mga well-known people kasi may time sikreto yung mga travels nila and they want their privacy. Or maybe umiiwas sila sa mga stalkers or ano. So yon, importante na we respect the security and the privacy of our passengers. And of course, we have to comply to the standards of the industry, no? And also sa standards ng airline. So you will notice, meron tayo, di ba, yung mga cabin crew natin, meron tayong tinatawag na one look. Meron tayong grooming standard that it has to be followed. For PAL and PALEX, for your information, ang lipsticks ng mga FA natin, kailangan bright red. So hindi ka pwede mag-lipstick ng pink, hindi ka pwede maglagay ng orange. You have to follow the standard. So yun, no? If you're the type na hindi mo kaya gawin yun, then this may not be the job for you. Okay? Next slide, please. So kung makikita nyo, no, I've shared with you yung challenges, no? But baka mamaya na to turn off na kayo. I mean, you are already discouraged, ayaw nyo na mag-cabin crew. But before you say you don't want to become a cabin crew, please listen to what I will be sharing with you from this point. Okay, my question is it worth it despite all the challenges? Okay, next slide, please. Of course, there are benefits, no, as an employee of the airline. And I will be sharing with you 3 important benefits. Next slide. Number 1 is the prestige. Of course, no, wearing the uniform. Ako mismo, I'm so proud of the uniform when I was still a cabin crew. No? Kasi yan yung time na, especially in an international destination, every time na lumalabas na tayo, no, from customs area, papunta na tayo sa mga well-wishers o yung mga sumasalubong sa mga pasahero, you will see them, yung iba na iiyak, yung iba na pumapalakpak pa. They are so happy to see us, no? Kasi we are the ones who brought their loved ones to them. Kami yung naghatid ng pamilya ng mga kamag-anak nila sa kanila. And as crew of the flag carrier, dala-dala namin, we are the ambassadors of the Philippines to the world. So it's really a great pride for us to wear the uniform. Okay? And you know naman how smart the uniform of airline crew. No? Next slide, please. And better pay. No, I'm saying better pay kasi as a cabin crew, malaki talaga yung kita natin kasi we receive double pay. What do you mean by double pay? Diba yung mga employees working on ground, ang tawag namin doon mga tagalupa. They receive the basic salary, allowances, and other perks, no? But when you are a cabin crew or let's say you are a pilot, aside from the basic pay na tinatanggap natin and the allowances, meron pa tayong tinatawag na productivity pay. What is a productivity pay? Ito yung every time you are inside the aircraft. Okay, habang nasa aeroplano ka, pumapatak yung metro mo. No, you are getting paid. Let's say for example, 1,000 per hour. So if you fly, no, right now I am in Toronto, Canada. So if you fly from Manila to Toronto, it will take mga 14 hours, 14 hours, yeah. Direct flight kasi siya. So if you're receiving 1,000 per hour, so you will get 14,000. Of course, less taxes, no? Papunta pa lang yun ng Toronto. Siyempre, after 2 or 3 nights, you go back to the Philippines, no? So that will be another 14 hours or 13 or 14 hours. So you can just imagine, no, 28,000 na. Doon pa lang sa two legs, sa two trips na nagawa mo. What more kung of course, no, marami ka pang flights na naka-schedule for the whole month. So basically from my experience when I was still actively flying, I received, no, sa international na, sa Philippine Airlines, I received around siguro mga 70 to 80,000 a month. No? But for other airlines, especially mga Etihad, Emirates, they're receiving more, mga 100 plus to 200 lalo kung meron silang mga negosyo pa. No? But for Philippine Airlines, mga 70 to 80,000 take home mo na yun. So better pay talaga. Next slide, please. And of course, yung travel benefit. Just to illustrate, no, the travel benefit actually is the greatest perk na natatanggap natin sa airline when you work for the airline. Kasi for example, ako, no, I flew from Manila to Toronto. Usually, if you're flying on a business class, it usually costs around siguro mga 200 to 500,000 per person. You know how much I paid coming from Manila to Toronto last July? Kasi I flew to Canada last July. No? So 3 months na ako dito actually. I only paid mga 5,500 pesos. So only 10% of what regular passengers spend. So napakalaking mura, no? And that is enjoyed also by my family. So my wife and my son came with me. So ganun lang binayad namin, mga 5,000 something, mga 5,500 yata. So ganun kaliit lang. And we flew from Manila to Toronto in business class. No? So yun yung tipong nakahiga, yung seat mo pwedeng humiga. No? So that's really something that other employees don't enjoy. No? The employees who are not working for the airline. Okay, so next slide, please. Okay, so if you will say na despite the 5 challenges that I presented to you and hearing the 3 significant benefits I shared, you will still say na sige, I want to become a cabin crew. Then I would like to welcome you to the cabin crew career. Next slide, please. Of course, no, pag kayo nag-enter sa cabin crew career, you have to start as a probationary crew, no? So from training, you'll be flying for 6 months, usually domestic muna, but for most airlines now in the Philippines, halo na siya, no? Domestic and international. Okay, but usually cabin crew ka muna, and of course, no, domestic muna start natin. Next slide, please. And then you will get promoted to the senior cabin crew position. So alam mo na mismo in a flight kung sino yung senior cabin crew or purser. Siya yung tipong laging nakahawak sa PA, no, sa public address or parang microphone. No? Siya yung mahilig mag-karaoke actually. No? He or she is the one who delivers the in-flight announcement. He or she is the one who is in charge of the cabin. No? So siya yung pinaka-bossing natin sa loob ng cabin. Okay, of course, the head of the flight, no, when the doors are closed, is the pilot in command or the captain. But inside the cabin, si senior cabin crew ang pinaka-head natin doon or si purser. Okay, so next slide, please. So from being a senior cabin crew, you can apply or you can be promoted to the cabin services manager position or line administrator. So dito pumapasok yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina na you have to have, it is best for you to have a college degree. Kasi hindi ka pwede maging cabin services manager or line administrator kung hindi ka bachelor's degree holder. So better, di ba? At least may option kayo. Finish your studies na, ilang taon lang naman yan, di ba? And eventually you can have a better career path in the airline. Okay, so what does a cabin services manager do? Siya yung in charge sa mga cabin crew, no? Aside from the passengers, lumilipad din kasi siya paminsan-minsan. Ang main task niya is to handle or to manage his crew. So kung may problema yung crew when in terms of their schedule or concerns sa trabaho, ikaw yung mag-aalaga at lalapitan ng mga cabin crew natin. Okay, next slide please. And of course, no, yung pinakamataas na position na attain ko, I became the assistant vice president and director of the department itself. No? So imagine, no, from a cabin crew, pwede ka palang maging head ng lahat ng cabin crew. So ikaw yung magmamotivate, ikaw yung gagawa ng programs, ikaw mismo magmamanage doon sa buong department. And it doesn't stop here, no? If you are really good enough, you can even become the president of the airline. Kaya lang ako hindi na. No? So I opted, no? Actually, when you are already in the admin position, your retirement age is 65 na. But at age 60, this year, I opted to retire early kasi gusto ko naman ma-enjoy yung buhay ko. Although I enjoyed my life as a cabin crew, pero iba rin yung you spend more time with your family. And kagaya ito, I'm in Canada. I am able to migrate. No? So, okay. Next slide, please. So, basically, yun ang career natin, no? And it's important, dear students, no, that ito, I would like to share this passage to you. You commit to the Lord whatever you do, and all your plans will succeed. This is in Proverbs 16:3. No, and why am I sharing this? Because this is something I know really works. No, I know God is faithful. Na pag inuna mo siya at binigay mo sa kanya lahat ng mga plano mo sa buhay, yung pag-aaral nyo, yung relationships nyo, yung future career nyo, pag kinumit nyo kay Lord, siya mismo yung mag-bless at He will see to it that your plans will succeed. Next slide, please. Okay. So, before we end, actually this is the last slide. Pero before we end, I would like to encourage you, no, yung pagiging cabin crew, for some, they say it is a dead-end job. No, but actually it is not. As you can see naman, di ba, from a cabin crew, I became the assistant vice president and director of the department itself. So may career talaga dito. And also, ito rin yung trabaho na you can create your future. Let's say, you are not the type who would like to become part of management. No? Alam niyo ba, meron ako mga kasamahan sa airline na simple-simple lang sila. Actually, sila nga yung tipong mahiyain at wala silang masyadong mataas na pangarap. Parang sila gusto nila simpleng buhay lang. They just want to find a partner, settle down, yung mga ganon. So, ito yung maganda, no? You get many options, no? In finding a partner kasi dito pwede kang when you fly, pwede ka maka-meet ng of course, no? Usually mga FA natin or flight attendants natin, usually pilots yung napapangasawa nila, no? Or ito rin yung opportunity if you are the type na gusto mo ng foreigner. So you get a chance to meet foreign international people, mga foreigners na yan, no? So ito yung if you want to marry someone na gusto mo magkaanak na blue eyes, no, ito yung opportunity actually, no? Kasi you get the exposure. You are exposed to so many opportunities in the airline. May mga kilala ako na yun nga, iba nakapag-asawa na and they left the career and they settled down, yung iba sa Europe, sa Canada, no? At a young age, mga 30 pa lang sila, no? Because that's the life they want, no? And also I've mentioned that you create your future. Kasi may time talaga na baka it's not for you to grow old as a crew, no? Baka kayo yung tipong medyo na-burn out na sa flying. You can venture into, sabi ko nga kanina, you can venture into management position. no? You manage people na. Hindi ka na yung typical na cabin crew na bakbakan tayo sa schedule, no? So yun, that's your second option. Is either you settle down early or you get promoted to a higher position. And also, in this career, you can choose when to retire. No? Meron tayong tinatawag na optional retirement, sorry. So ako, I opted to retire at 60 because, as I've mentioned, I want to spend more time with my family, spend more time with God, and enjoy my last few years on earth. No? So yun. At kumbaga, yung iba kasi 'di ba tumatanda na lang sila na walang pinupuntahan o walang pinatutunguhan, no? But this one, you can, as I mentioned, you can create your future. And I really would like to encourage everyone na kung pwede rin lang, please be a cabin crew. No? And pag naging cabin crew kayo, you will say na tama pala si Sir Nides, si Sir Leo. And sabi nga ni Leonardo da Vinci, for once you have tasted flight, you will walk the earth with your eyes turned skywards, for there you have been, and there you will long to return. No? I have already retired from the airline. I am in Canada. But every time I look at the skies, I reminisce and look back to my joyful days, no, to my fun days, no, as a cabin crew. And to end my sharing, I would like to share with you a story, no, and later on you can ask me all the questions that you would like to ask. Okay, there is this story lang to let's say si Juan daw. Si Juan, he died. But because he is a good man, he went to heaven. And upon reaching heaven, he was welcomed by Saint Peter. Okay, so sabi ni Saint Peter, welcome Juan. Congratulations, for you have been good. You are here in heaven. So yun, no? At he enjoyed heaven, no? Yung pearly gates, nakita niya, yung golden streets, no? So sabi nga ni Juan, wow, sarap dito, no more tears, no more pain, no? This is really heaven. And he even saw the Lord, no? Si Lord Jesus nandun, kasama niya. So how can you go wrong? Sobrang saya niya. Pero dumating yung time na siguro medyo na-bore na siya sa kakaikot sa heaven. May nakita siya isang parang warehouse doon. And he asked Saint Peter, lahat ng lugar dito sa heaven napunta ako na, pero yung doon sa warehouse hindi pa ako nakapunta. But Saint Peter discouraged him. Sabi ni Saint Peter, Juan, I don't think you would like to go there. Sabi niya, bakit? No, you don't want to know, sabi niya kay Juan. But Juan insisted. So walang magawa si Saint Peter. So okay, sige, you go inside. Pagpasok ni Juan doon, nakita niya puro shelves yung warehouse. No, parang nakapunta na ba kayo sa SNR? Yung mga price club, ganyan. Ganon na ganon. At nakita niya puro boxes. And every box, sabi niya, Saint Peter, ako ba meron din akong box dito? Nakita niya inside yung mga bagay na dapat na-experience niya, na-enjoy niya sa lupa while he was, no? So kumbaga, nang hinayang siya na na-miss niya itong mga opportunities, itong mga bagay na to, dahil siguro he did not claim them or he didn't work for them. no? Hindi niya talaga pinaghirapan para makuha 'yon, no? But those are things that are supposed to be his. Those are God's promises na dapat sa kanya. Pero siguro dahil medyo naduwag siya, medyo hindi siya naniwala doon sa mga dapat mangyari sa buhay niya, he missed the opportunity. What am I trying to tell you? It may be in your heart that you want to become a cabin crew. Pero dahil sa mga bulong-bulong ng iba dyan na, oh, hindi ka papasa. Oh, may ganito ka. Oh, mahina ka sa ganyan. You decided not to apply. And because of that, baka mamaya when you get to heaven, you will see your box. And you will find there, cabin crew ka pala dapat. No? So, ladies and gentlemen, pursue your dreams. Believe in your dream. And believe that everything happens to those who believe. No? Of course, you have to work at it. No? Kung kailangan magpapayat tayo, magpapayat tayo. No? Kung kailangan mag-aral tayo mag-English, mag-aral tayo mag-English. Pero ang challenge lagi dito, ito yung laging no, kung kaya ng ibang tao, kaya ko rin yan. When I first applied for the cabin crew position in Philippine Airlines, I was rejected. Hindi ako tinanggap. No? So it really broke my heart. Pero sabi ko nga, kung yung mga kilala ko, yung mga kaibigan ko natanggap, bakit ako hindi pwede? So I kept applying. And eventually, I was accepted. Kanina lang may nag-message sa akin na aspirant, no? Siguro parang 3 or 4 years na siya nag-a-apply sa amin, no? When I was still in PAL Express. Pero laging may something na hindi siya pumapasa. Okay? But he kept he was in touch with me palagi. And you know what? Kanina nag-message siya sa akin. Sabi niya, "Sir," kailangan tingnan ko yung message niya. And I was really happy, no, when he messaged me. Teka lang. Ang sabi niya dito, "Hi, Sir Nides." Nides kasi yung tawag sa akin iba. Ask ko lang po, sir, kung ano po ang masuggest nyo for me during the training po sa PAL, sir. Nakapasa na po ako sa interview. So, di ba? After so many rejections, after 3 or 5 years yata, nakapasa na siya. No, so, I gave him some tips. Sabi nga dito, "Sir, sa tinagal-tagal, sir, kahit papano nasungkit ko rin." So, don't give up on your dream, no? It may be already in your box. So, I hope and pray to get the desires of your heart. So, with that, I would like to say thank you for inviting me. And I am ready to answer your questions if you have them. Mabuhay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Peña. That was an informative and inspiring speech. So, partner, what are your takeaways on Mr. Peña's discussion?
Marami akong takeaways. Una, kailangan ready ka or prepared ka before applying. Dapat fix your teeth, practice healthy balanced diet, and pray. Kaya kagaya nga ng senior na story ni Sir, walang imposible talaga. Kaka-inspire.
Yeah, sobra. And grabe yung dedication and hard work para maging flight attendant, partner. And sabi nga ni Sir, create your future. Diba?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for that, partner. Just a reminder to our participants, you can now type your questions for our speaker.
Okay, while typing your questions, we prepare a simple intermission number to give a little bit of entertainment for all of you.
So exciting, partner. So here it is. Take back, relax, and enjoy our team's amusing talent prepared by our third-year tourism student of Don Honorio Ventura State University. Let's watch this.
Look who we are the dreamers, we make it happen, guess we believe it. Look who we are the dreamers, we make it happen, cause we can see it. Here's to the ones that keep the passion, respect, oh yeah. Here's to the ones that can imagine, respect, oh yeah. Gather round now, look at me. Respect and love the only way. If you wanna come, come with me. The door is open every day. This 1+2 rendezvous, all invited. This what we do, how we do. Look who we are the dreamers. We make it happen, guess we believe it. Look who we are the dreamers. We make it happen, cause we can see it. Here's to the ones that keep the passion, respect, oh yeah. Here's to the ones that can imagine, respect, oh yeah.
Was indeed a fantastic performance. I enjoy watching it. Do you agree, partner?
Yeah, partner. I agree, partner. Now, we will go ahead and take some time for the questions. Just a reminder, please be sure to type your questions into the chat box in your control panel.
So, for the first question, Mr. Leonidas, how to catch the attention of the interviewer during the open day, during the interviewer's first day, open day?
Actually, you can catch their attention by the way you present yourself. Okay? So yung poise mo. Kasi 'di ba? Yung iba simpleng-simple na naman talaga yung itsura, but they really stand out because of their poise, because of their smile, and because of the way they connect to the interviewer or interviewers. No, paano yun? Yung tumitingin sila talaga dun sa mata ng interviewer, and they show confidence, no? Kasi kami, no, I've been interviewing aspirants or applicants for some mga siguro since 2014, no, until 2023. So talagang makikita mo talaga umaangat yung tao na makikita mo yung confidence niya through the smile, to the way they present themselves, yung tayo nila, yung ganon. And of course, no, you should always be well-groomed. Kasi remember, ini-imagine na namin kayo kasi na wearing our uniform, no? Kaya dapat pag dumating kayo doon, kaya nga importante naka-blazer ka, naka-coat kayo or naka-blazer kayo. Kasi ini-imagine na namin kayo wearing the uniform. In fact, sa ladies, I will suggest, no, if you will be interviewed, kung meron kayong scarf, mag-scarf kayo. Kasi yung look and feel ng cabin crew, parang yung uniform nyo ngayon, di ba yung kanina, kayong mga, sila Carissa at saka sila Larnie, no? yan, di ba meron kayong scarf, maganda, magano kayo, parang feeling, cabin ko kayo talaga. And for the gentlemen, of course, wear a necktie, di ba? Kasi, ang cabin ko, especially if you're applying with foreign products, yun ang uniform namin, di ba? Meron tayong tie. So yun, confidence, smile, and poise. That will make you stand out.
Okay, so confidence is the key pala talaga, partner.
Yes.
So, for our next question, sir, from City Ira. So, ang question niya po is, Sir Leo, what's your opinion about those unrelated questions during the interview?
Unrelated questions. Actually, there are times I personally ask unrelated questions. So, parang, anong kinalaman itong tanong na to? No? Pero that's our way of, number one, kasi unang-una, if the question is unrelated, no, it is something that you do not expect. So, kasi minsan yung mga sagot ng mga applicants, rehearse na memorize na no? This is something that will caught you off guard. So, makikita namin talaga kung talagang you can properly communicate and properly think of an answer to our query or question. No? So, or there are times na we try to intimidate, no? Parang tatanungin namin kayo ng something talaga na parang off talaga dun sa pinag-uusapan. Kasi parang tingnan lang namin kung if we can catch you off guard. Gano. Kasi tinitingnan namin reaction nyo. Kasi this can also happen minsan, di ba, sa flight. May mga pasahero na parang ibang dating, di ba? So, kailangan kasi you should be able to adapt to situation. So, okay lang yon. And you just have, alam nyo, ang ano lang naman dito is, there is no right or wrong answer to a question. What we are really looking for as interviewers is how you answer the question. So, yun nga, no? Balik na naman tayo sa confidence, no? How you speak. How sure are you about your answer? Kasi, ang sagot ng isang tao, at, I mean, pwedeng, ang sagot mo kasi is, I mean, it is actually based on your opinion. So, iba-iba tayong opinion, di ba? Basta, don't dwell on negative things, no? Doon tayo sa positive lagi. For example, I can ask you a question. Sabihin ko, Miss Carissa, sabihin ko, kunyari, no? If you see a glass with, kunyari, with liquid only half full, what can you say about that glass? Diba? Pero sabihin, that glass is half empty. Diba? So that's negative. That glass is half full. That is quite positive, no? Pero itong maganda, that glass can still be filled until it's full. Diba? Iba. Diba? Parang kakaiba. Hindi siya yung So, kung may, yung mga ganun, very witty, yung mga may mga ganung sumagot eh. And that's actually a plus point for the interviewee. No? So, ganun lang. Basta, ang secret dito is, again, no, confidence, practice in front of the mirror, and if you are asked in English, answer in English. If you are asked in Tagalog or Filipino, answer in Tagalog or Filipino. Ngayon, paano kayo magkakaroon ng confidence in speaking in English? You practice. Kung wala kayong friend na mapapag-practicean on English conversation, then sa harap ng salamin, no? Practice. Yun lang yun. Okay? So, unrelated questions may be asked just to check your communication skills and to catch you off guard. No? Or maybe to intimidate you. Tingnan lang namin reaction mo kung magsusuplada ba kayo doon sa tanong o hindi. Ayan. Lakas na ulan dito, naririnig nyo ba?
Hindi na.
Thank you, sir. So, sa mga flight attendant aspirants dyan, mag-practice na kayo.
And
Practice,
dapat,
practice.
gaya ng sinabi ni Sir, be yourself lang. You don't have to pretend what you're not. And then, for our third question, Sir Leonidas, from Leanne Viray, what should we prepare for the training? Is it really hard?
Yeah. Actually, ang training natin is para lang kayo nag-aral, no? May memorization, di ba? But the thing is, what's hard about this is number one, you will be separated from your family. Di ba? Lalo kung taga Pampanga kayo, nasa Manila kayo, marami kami mga trainees na they failed or they gave up because of homesickness. Okay? Number two, whole day yung training, tapos usually the next day or maybe the following day, exam na agad. So, imagine the whole day ka nasa training, tapos pag uwi mo sa bahay, kakain ka lang siguro, magme-memorize ka na or review already the lessons that you had today. Kasi you may have, depending on on your advisor, pwede kayong mag-exam na bukas or the following day. Ako actually, I requested our training manager, sabi ko, bigyan mo naman ng one day na pahinga para naman hindi masyadong nasya-shock yung mga bata, yung mga trainees natin. But kailangan ready kayo doon na you will take up the lesson today and you will have the exam tomorrow. No, so memorization yan. Parang talaga, para kayo yung last few days, yung magpa-finals na sa college, di ba? Tapos may thesis pa, may revalida pa and all. Ganun ang dating. But training will only last for siguro 2 to 3 months. So tiisin nyo na. No? Kasi after that, okay na. And the manual is this thick, no? You have to memorize everything. So talagang tulungan kayo. Group study is very helpful. Kasi kung mag-isa ka lang, minsan mabobore ka, antukin ka, hindi ka na mag-aaral, di ba? But kung meron kang ka-group, no? Maganda nga, you stay in one place na lang, siguro 2 or 3 of you, so you can help each other and review. Every time, huwag kayong papasok na hindi kayo ready kasi meron tayong tinatawag na lifeline. And every exam, minsan, you're only allowed mga 3 or 4 mistakes. Bagsak ka na. At yung lifeline na yon, usually, parang for major subjects, siguro mga 5 or 6 lang. Pag naka-6 ka na, you are out from training. So talagang aral lang kayo mabuti. Pero huwag kayong ma-discourage. Sabi ko nga sa inyo,